If it's a day called today, we're talking guitars and life. Well, welcome back everybody to another exciting episode of Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Hey man, I hope you're having a great day. Today on the video, what I want to discuss is regular guitar maintenance and fret ends. So I live in Texas, and it has been, well, let's just say frigid by way of comparison to what our normal temps are. And we've got even colder weather coming, which is really unheard of in Texas. So what that means is that my guitar shop, it's just my study, is much cooler these days than normal. So I've got my Tease SBH edition guitar neck off of the body. Look at those really ugly holes. Yes, I did that myself. Yeah, putting on the string guides on this particular guitar to accommodate the secondary post, and then decided to take the post off and jacked all that up. So just want you to see the carnage that is Ted working on guitars. But if you hang on the channel, you already knew that, Jack. And oh, by the way, if this is your first time hanging out with us, man, welcome. Come back anytime and hang out with us, man. Love to have you on the journey. Because of the frigid temps, my guitar neck is doing what wood does, right? And so that means on a guitar that had no sharp fret ends, no tang or anything like that, I now have just a little bit of that on this guitar neck. So I am going to take my file and ever so gingerly, and you know, look, I can do that. It's not like horrible. It's a little rougher way up here, but it's not like cutting my skin or anything, but it's annoying me. So I'm gonna deal with that, Jack. And so, you know, how many times in a guitar's life do you have to do this? I don't know. This guitar and I have been building a relationship for going on a year, and it's been a sweet ride, man. But this is our first cold snap, and so yeah, I'm going to take care of these fret ends. So let's get on with it. Now, because this is my guitar, and I'm a functionality guy, not a stickler for fashion. None of my guitars look perfect because I work on them, Jack. So I'm not exactly worried about taping this board up and all of that. So I'm just going to take my file and I'm just going to go down the sides here like thusly. And if you listen really closely, you can tell we're taking off a little bit of something, but it's not horrible. Oh yeah, much, much better. Much better. Now you're probably asking yourself, but Ted, don't all Tease guitars have round stainless steel bald end frets? They do not. This guitar was one of the first ever Tease guitars that was sent to the guys at Tease as a production model first run SBH edition, and Torsten had it laying around the shop, and I snagged it up, man, knowing that it was not perfect, but that it'd be a nice project guitar. So it's been fabulous. It's in some of the playlists below. You can find it out. Check it out. So it has regular old frets, and regular old frets, guess what, guys? Wood expands and contracts, and when it does, frets that are otherwise copacetic are no longer copacetic. So again, I don't mind if I take some of this fingerboard off on the sides. I like a rounded sides on my fingerboards anyway. But aren't you going to have to round those after you flatten them? Yep. Is it worth it? It is to me. Now I'm also going to go at an angle. I've done the sides, the bottoms as it were. Now I'm going to go along the top at an angle. I don't think this guy knows what he's doing. Put it in the comments, guys. Put it in the comments. I wonder how much it would cost if you outsourced this, if you like took it to a person and said, hey man, I want you to do this for me. Does anybody know, man? Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Man, there's nothing like working on your own gear, man. Nothing like it. I wouldn't pay anybody to do this. You know? I want the joy of knowing I did it. Even if I jack it up. And if you hang on the channel, you know I jack stuff up. I don't intentionally jack stuff up. I'm not trying to like get shock and awe campaigns going, but I do from time to time mess something up. And if I have to look down and see an imperfection, guess what? I know I caused it. And even that brings me joy, man. Working on guitars is good for my soul, Jack. Yep, pretty much. Good for my soul, man. But if you hang on the channel, you already knew that. If you don't mind a bit of helpful suggestions, this is a fret file. If you've never used one of these before, start way down here. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the file along the edge of the fret, I'm sanding down the side, and I'm going over the top of the fret. I watched guys do this a lot on the internet before I ever tried it. And surprisingly, it's not exactly an art form, but it is something you get used to doing. And once you get used to it, like anything else in life, you should take this board up. No, I'm not going to take the board up. It's my guitar. And I don't mind a few love marks along the way. When I first got into buying budget guitars and working on them, There were guys I watched, man, on the tube. I talk about Two Bike Mike and J-Man a lot. I found Sean over at Scar My Guitar much later in my journey. I used to watch a guy named Dave, man. Dave's World of Fun Stuff. Another Canadian brother, man. What's up with all these Canadian brothers with the YouTubers channels, man? But yeah, man, I watched Dave do this about 100 times. Baseball season was over and I started putting Dave on instead of baseball in the living room. My family would come through and they'd go, "Oh, Dave." Like he was family or something, man. You even bought me a Dave's World of Fun Stuff sticker, Jack. Supported his channel a little bit, man. It was good for me to watch Dave do this, man. It was therapeutic. He may not be everybody's flavor, man. He's, you know, it's all right. Watch who you want to watch, man. You do you. But then, you know, man, and by the way, you don't need a FretGuru file to do this. You can use any kind of file you want to use, man. I've seen guys use these red-handled doohickeys I got on Amazon. Doohickeys. That's a technical term. So yeah, I'm just going to round these frets, man. Now, some might say, put it in the comments, guys. Some might say, well, I didn't need to go down the sides. I could have just done this and it would have been sufficient. But, you know, you guys know I'm given to overkill. So, if there's an over, I'm going to kill it. So again, I'm doing the side and I'm trying to come back over the top. And I've got to do that because I've run my file down the sides, if you feel what I'm saying. So you just kind of grab it and roll it over. Look, man, you can go out and watch other guys, man, who are like really good at this stuff. I'm just one guy on a journey. Nothing I do is prescriptive for you, man. You do you. So yeah, I just decided I would file some frets and hang out with you guys. Anybody hanging out with me, man? How do you guys do this, man? Now going this way I've found to be a little bit more precarious. And but yeah, man, I've done this probably, I don't know, 20 something times maybe. Every budget guitar you've seen on the channel that didn't have stainless steel ball end frets, I've done this on. Even my Squier Classic Vibes, man, especially my Squier Classic Vibes. Oh my goodness. The ones I got, man. Now I've had some good Squiers through the years. I ain't gonna lie about that, man. I have. But the two that I have, I've done reviews on them. It's in the playlist below. I love those guitars, but man, when they first got to my house, I actually learned. Here's a true story, man. We just tell the truth and shame the devil. It's what we do here at Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Man, I learned how to do sharp fret-end work because of my Squier Classic Vibe, man. I sure did. That's a true story, Jack. Wasn't no $100 guitar I bought on eBay or somewhere, man. Amazon. I bought one of those at Fender and I bought the other at Sweetwater, and guess what, man? They both needed just as much work as I'm putting into this baby right here. And again, man, could I wait for the climate to get warmer and things to go back? Yeah, I think that'd be alright too, man. But man, I was playing this guitar, man. Oh my goodness, man. I played it for about an hour at lunch, man. I don't know what do you guys do at lunch, man? So I have a my full-time work, man. I am at a desk and I'm on Zoom calls, how many times is he going to go over those until I feel like I got it where I want it, Jack? And I'm on Zoom calls all day. I sit, and man, when lunchtime comes, I don't always, but today, my daughter made the best roast beef the other night, man. Oh my goodness. Potatoes and carrots in it. Woo! Doggies, it was good, man. Sorry, I'm wearing a microphone. Was that loud? I get loud sometimes. We know. We've been on the channel. And yeah, man. Took me about 30 seconds to inhale some stew, some roast beef. Yep. I picked up my guitar and played in between meetings, man. I sure did. I played all of them a little bit, but I played this one the most. Working on that pedal board, man. It's coming together. I want to get a compressor, and I think I want to experiment with the delay pedal. Put it in the comments, man. Now, guys, I'm on a budget. It's a budget channel. Recommendation for a $100 pedal. I ain't got $100 to spend on a pedal. You've seen the pedals on my board, you know. So yeah. Yep. But man, you know, this kind of stuff, man, truthfully, to me, this is just what it means to own a guitar, man. Did I get a goatee? Oh, goatee shot. There's the money. Yeah, man. This is just a part of having a guitar. I can't tell you, man, when I was younger, how many guitars I bought and then I sold because the frets started sprouting. And I thought it meant it was a bad guitar, man. Guess what? All guitars do that, Jack. Maybe some are worse than others. I'm not saying, you know, you got a different opinion, man. Guess what? Put it in the comments. I'm just saying, man, for me, yeah, buddy, I got rid of a lot of good guitars because I didn't know how to do this. And it was irritating me. You know, man, everything guitar playing. Guys, I'm saying everything is player preference, man. Including how much you can tolerate on some fret ends. Some guys don't mind it. Maybe their playing style don't, you know, I don't know. But the way I play, I feel it. And even if it's not sharp, but it's like bumpy or slows me down when I slide up, Jack. Oh, that's a no-go. Oh, see, man? Now, look, I'm telling you. For me, okay? That is 100 times better, man. That's 100 times better. Do you have to do it? No, you ain't got to do it. You might want to. Now, some guys, man, on their channels, they'd be nice to you and they'd say something like, you ain't got to watch me do all this. You see me do one, I'm gonna do them all. But if I did that, man, where's the conversation gonna be, Jack? I want to talk to you. By the way, after this airs, or by the time this airs, I will have done my first live stream, man. I hope it went all right. If it didn't, we'll call it a test. Now, man, it is what it is, dude. I just was looking for an opportunity to hang out with you on the real, man. Get some real-time stuff going on, so we're checking it out. So yeah, if you were with me, man, I hope it was cool. If not, maybe we'll do it again, man. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, man. You do the live stream thing? If I did a live stream, what you want to talk about? I got plenty of stuff to say. That's clear. All right. Man, guys, I'm telling you. To me, just me, it's worth it. Worth it, Jack, to do that. And I will, in case you're wondering, take some sandpaper at all this mess. See, can you hear that? That's because I ran my file down there. So, man, that Squire Classic Vibe telly, when I got it, that first fret, man, dude, it caught my thumb every time I played it. And like I said, I started watching Dave. I bought me a file, man. Bought me a few files, man. This is just the one I use on the regular now. I like it all right. Maybe I can put a link to it below. That'll help somebody out. You don't want to buy one, don't buy one, man. But if you're going to do this, you're going to need a file. I bought several. I watched several people, man. Who's that other cat? Dylan Talks Tone? Yeah, man, I've seen Dylan Talks Tone do this. All those guys do it better than me. Of course they do. I'm a newbie, man. I ain't even got a year under my belt doing guitar stuff. Not even a year. And I ain't trying to like be a professional or anything like that. I just want to play my guitar, man. And when I play it, I want it to play and feel. Well, it's never going to play as good as it looks because I'm the player. I got that going for me. But I want it to feel as good as it looks, man. That is for sure, Jack. You want a great guitar, man? What's a great guitar? A great guitar is a guitar that sounds good to your ears, Jack. If it sounds good to your ears, if it feels good in your hands, not anybody else's, your hands, and when you see it, you can't help but go over to it, pick it up and play it, dude, that's a great guitar, man. That is a great guitar. You know what the best guitar is? The guitar you play. It don't matter how much it costs, you ain't gonna play it. Don't waste your money. And that's my view, but you do you, man. That's what I say. You do with your money whatever you want, bro. Now this one is always, I always kind of go more up on these. I don't know why. I have a hard time with the angle for some reason. So I've just found, now guys, if you're watching me and it looks like I'm going really fast, it just means that I've done this a few times and I'm willing to take the risk that if I go too fast and I cause something on my board, I'm okay with it. Man, I don't think we're going to get to stain in this video, man. It's getting kind of long, isn't it? Guys, I just thought, man, a real-time vid working on this might be helpful. That's all. I know a lot of you, man, you're just not sure, man. You want to work on your stuff, but you just got a little bit of intimidation or fear or something holding you back, man. And guess what? You don't have to do it. But if you want to do it, bro, you can do it. You can do it, man. It's like, I don't know, man. What's the hardest thing you guys ever learned, man? We talk about riding a bike, and it's a low-hanging fruit kind of a topic, but I mean, what have you ever done that the first time you did it, you went, oh, that was easy? Not a lot of things, right? It's the same thing, man. You can get the hang of it. You can do it. That's all I'm saying. I'm on your side, man. And I'll say one more time for the record, there are plenty of other guys you could watch do this better than I can. That said, my friends, if there is ever anything I can help you with, guys, my email address is on the channel. ted@tedtalksguitars.com, man. You ever going through anything, man? You just want to talk about anything, man. Life, struggles, challenges, whatever, dudes. I'm telling you, man. I'd love to visit with you. I would consider it an honor to walk with you, man, in any way that would be helpful. That's what life's about, man. It's about having people on the journey with you, man. And you know what? Having somebody that might be just a little bit further down the road and whatever it is you're on the road for is a good thing, bro. And I'll tell you what, let me say something to my good brother Brant. Brant, there are people looking at you, bro. You are their influence now, man. You're doing a good job, bro. Keep it up. Well, that's looking clean, man. I like that a lot. Now, because I took a file to this bad boy, I've got this leather Hard Rock Cafe keychain. So what I do is I wrap my little red spongy thing in it, and I do the like this. I'm not saying you have to do it this way. I'm just saying that's how I do it. Again, that's because I filed the board. Feel what I'm saying? And am I rounding off the edges too? I am. And I ain't scared to do that. I like the way it feels in my hands, man. When the board is rounded, instead of like has edges, I dig it, Jack. And I didn't tape this up or nothing, man. Now, I may regret that part. But truthfully, I'm thinking about staining the fingerboard. So I ain't scared about it being dirty. Now, if you're not going to stain your fingerboard, you got to get that off, man. Before you smear it in, two schools of thought. You could try to vacuum. Headphones. What I do keep baby wipes on the bench, man. Now maybe you're thinking, he probably shouldn't have done that. He's going to go up a couple grits. Well, that makes you a star pupil, because indeed I am going to go up a few grits, which means I'm going to have to repeat this process till I get to about, at least 2,000. So I'm going to hit this with some, probably 600 a little bit. I'm going to hit it with 800 a little bit. I'm going to hit it with 12 to 1,500 a little bit. I'm going to hit it with 2,000 a little bit. And then when I'm going to smooth enjoy playing this guitar in these winter months, man. Well, frets are done. I think she looks great. Now I'm going to tackle this neck with stain. We're going to do that another time. Well, as always, wherever you are in your guitar journey, I pray it's a long, smooth, safe, joy-filled ride for you, Jack. Rock on with your bad selves, everybody. We'll catch you down the road.